Hi, welcome to Yoga with Rachel. I wanted to share a variation on triangle that I love to do. And this one's not a classical triangle pose, and it is great for low back pain. This one is a variation that I learned from a South Indian dance teacher that I studied with many years ago and really loved it. Incorporated it in my classes quite a bit. Added some variations to it with the arms to get more of the stretch. So let's begin. I'll be mirroring you, so step your feet out wide and not too wide, not really elongated for your height, but a medium stance for your height. So if you go ahead and turn out your right foot and let the back foot turn in slightly, that's going to be super important. Take the hands on the hips, and if we're gonna feel the hips open to the front, we're gonna then turn them more towards the corner. That's really important. So as we shift the hips facing more of the corner of the room, I'll show you what we're activating in the body to get into that low back QL lat area. So for us to get some stretch into the left side of your low back, I'm going to have to keep, and you are too, keep your abs engaged. And then we'll be able to feel like this nice rounding motion where your spine is like a weeping willow tree branch to get some stretch there. So open up the arms, those hips are at the corner. Let your right hand drop down to the leg, and then the left arm is going to reach up and overhead and then across the body. The head relaxes. That's actually going to add a little bit more stretch here. You want to keep that left hip curling over. We don't want it pulled back. We actually want it curling over so that we can get some deep breaths into this low back. So from here, remember, I'm keeping some nice activation in those rib cage, your obliques, and then breathing into that. Remember, the arm could drop deeper or the head could relax more. Breathing into that. Sometimes I roll the hip a little bit further and drop a little bit deeper to get a different part of my low back. Oh, I do like this one. Take another breath into that. Full exhale. Let's come up. All right, let's go straight into the other side. So your left toes turn out, right toes turn in. Go ahead and let the hips look to the other corner of the room. So let them shift their position. Remember, we're going to get that rib cage activated. So I'm going to drop my left hand. Hand could be on the thigh or the knee or below the knee. Really depends on your height. Keep that right hip curling over, right? So we don't want to pull it back. We actually want it to have some angling. And then that top arm reaching up and overhead, the head relaxes. So the weight through that arm and the head is going to go ahead and pull some nice stretch into the low back. Sometimes I call it the weeping willow triangle. So we're breathing into that one and holding it there. Remember, your rotation of the hip could depend on where you're getting a stretch in the back. All those positions could be okay. So breathing in, remember to find the range of motion that works for your body. All right, holding. And then we're going to slowly come back up. And then step the feet together. Take a moment to just sense and feel. Feet grounded, knees are off lock. Spine nice and open, almost as if you're feeling the crown of the head reach up towards the sky, shoulders relaxed. Take a forward bend just to add a nice stretch and see how the back feels. Nice hamstring stretch. I like to lean back towards my heels. Back of the head relaxes. All right, knees bend, press the feet down into the floor. We'll slowly come all the way up. And maybe you would just repeat that pose a couple times just to get a little bit more breath into that and to get a little bit more stretch. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you.